Ever since the Hinokami Chronicles 2 was announced, some fans were upset that it's an actual standalone game, not a DLC expansion pack for some reason, and the game is not worth a full price. And in this video I'll try to share my honest thoughts about Demon Slayer 2 and answer the question, is it a cash grab or a worthy sequel? When the game was announced in December 2024, I was hyped about the trailer because they showcased all the Hashiras, new ultimates for old Hashiras, story mode that covers until the Hashira training arc, and the new team ultimates. And during this announcement they also said that the demo booth will be in Jump Festa 2025, so you can go and try it by yourself. And I was waiting patiently until the day arrives to see what kind of changes they have made in Hinokami Chronicles 2. When this day arrived, we had an opportunity to see the first ever gameplay thanks to fan-only Naruto. And to be honest with you, I had mixed feelings. I was excited and disappointed at the same time. Excited because we got new characters, new team ultimates, but disappointed because the gameplay was very similar to the first game. And if you are a casual player, I bet you didn't even notice the changes they have made in this game. And I thought maybe the fans who said it should have been an expansion pack were right, because they're actually like small changes. I bet they could have done it with patches as well. It's nothing too major. And thankfully, I'm glad I was wrong, because after some time, some other YouTuber also captured the Demon Slayer 2 gameplay, and they were kind of pro because they knew what they're doing, and they showcased new stuff that we haven't seen in the first gameplay. And I'm talking about the advanced character switch mechanic, which I talked in my previous Demon Slayer video. And because of this new mechanic, this game will feel completely different compared to the first one. Plus, they also made some changes when you are doing your skill and you are in a mid-air. You will able to connect with your air tilt combo like we saw in the story mode gameplay for Hinokami Chronicles 2, which means they give us more freedom to connect with our combos, kinda similar like in Storm Connections. So yeah, in my opinion, the gameplay aspect for Hinokami Chronicles 2 is more advanced and better than the Hinokami Chronicles 1, and this is a decent upgrade for the sequel. Now the story mode. Initially I thought the story mode will be short, even though we had like 3 seasons to cover, because in each arc we at least had like 2 major villains and that's all. And I thought we will get less boss fights compared to the previous game. But thanks to the second trailer that covered the entertainment district arc, Daki will have a multiple boss fights. For example, Tanjiro vs Daki, then Inosuke vs Obi that captured Tengen's wives. After that, Daki vs Nezuko in her advanced demon form. Then Tanjiro, Inosuke and Zenitsu vs Daki. And lastly, Zenitsu and Inosuke vs Daki. And the same thing can happen with Gyutaro, like Tengen vs Gyutaro, and then Tengen and Tanjiro vs Gyutaro. They will have like 2 variation boss fights. Obviously, it's just my opinion. Maybe they will do like I said, or maybe they will also do like a small boss fights like in the Demon Slayer 1 game and in the Demon Slayer 2 when Tanjiro and Nezuko were fighting against Temple Demon, or just normal fights. On top of that, they also include new gameplay style in story mode that you can fight against multiple demons in one big area like in Storm games, and plus additional stuff. For example, now you can free roam as Zenitsu, as Inosuke, you can jump, you can run, level up your characters and equip items which will grant you some buffs. So yeah, the story mode will be rich in content and will be much better than the first game. And lastly, the characters. So far 9 characters have been confirmed. I'm not including Tengen and Entertainment District version of characters and Daki with Gyutaro because we had in the first game. And new ultimates for old characters. I've said about Hashiras, but Tanjiro and Nezuko indeed will have new ultimates. About other characters, we have to wait. Maybe Zenitsu, maybe Inosuke will have something different as well. Who knows? And lastly, more Academy version characters. In conclusion, I don't think that Demon Slayer 2 is a cash grab. It offers a lot of changes in gameplay, rich story mode with amazing boss fights, more additional characters, and lastly, new ultimates for older characters and new Academy version characters, which are basically costumes with different ultimates. In my opinion, the game is worth $60 and is a worthy sequel. As I mentioned, it has improved many aspects from the previous game. Besides, some games now cost $70 bucks, 80 euros, so it's not that expensive in my opinion. And if you compare to the Hunter x Hunter, which also costs 60 bucks, it's a huge difference. The Hunter game doesn't offer that much. It's basically like a traditional fighting game with 16 characters, even though the game is based on 3 vs 3, with no decent story mode, with worse graphics and boring ultimates. If the game was 40 bucks, I wouldn't mind at all. I will say okay, but it's way too overpriced in my opinion. So yeah, that was my opinion about Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2. In fact, I believe the game deserves 60 bucks, like I said multiple times. It's not a cash grab. They improved the gameplay, the story mode will be amazing, the graphics, everything is chef's kiss. Obviously it's CyberConnect 2, and let me know what you think about it. Do you actually agree with me or not? Let me know in the comment section below. And like always, if you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to like, share with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.